Alright guys, today I'm going to be doing a Q&A. I haven't done one of these since like June or July of last year or something because I just don't really like doing these all this often, but I'm going to do one today. I'm just going to, I tweeted out a hashtag to use on Twitter, and I did that a couple days ago so I could let all the questions, kind of pool up, and now I'm going to go through them. I'm going to try to answer as many as I can, as fast as I can, but as detailed as I can. So I don't know how long this is going to be. I'm going to try to get to as many questions as I possibly can while still giving good answers. The first question I'm going to answer, because this one always comes up, it's always the most asked question. This is like the main thing I do in all my Q&As is, what does my name mean? What does Hosc mean? Now, firstly, it's not even a real word. I made it up a long time ago. Way back in the day, probably like 2012, 2013 or something, I was in a team called Zone. We made this team. It was me, a few other people, and Zebo, if anybody remembers him as the leader. We were like the original crew, and we made this team. And after that team, I kind of wanted to start over. I made a whole new channel. Back then I had like 2,000 or something subscribers, and that was a lot back then. But then I made a new channel. I wanted a whole new name, and at the time, a guy I played with, his name was Jason. We always played. And one of our favorite clips to go for on COD 4 was like a hard scope across the map, and then you YY and no scope somebody. And we always called it a Hosc combo. It's stupid, I know, but and then at the time I was looking for a new name so I could have like a new identity kind of thing, and I just took the name Hosc. It wasn't taken, and yeah, and now people think it's like an OG name, and people always say, your name's so OG, dude. I would do anything for that name. Like, it's not even a word. I made it up. Alright, another one of the questions that I'm seeing a lot is my opinions on COD 4 Remastered and Infinite Warfare. I'll probably just make a video on that sometime this week. I'm going to make like a whole video about it because COD 4 is my favorite COD, so I got a lot to talk about it. So I'm not going to answer that here. So for all of you that asked this question, which is a freaking lot of people, it will be in another video sometime this week. When can we expect a montage? I think I need I want like 3 or 4 more good clips with my new gamer tag before I put out an episode. I don't know about a montage, but yeah, I'll put out an episode whenever I hit a few good clips. Alright, someone asked if I like milk bags. Alright, if you Canadians drink milk out of a bag, that's just weird. Y'all are freaks. Do I ever plan on living in the Red House or just where I am? Well, I can't just invite myself to the Red House, firstly. I would like to visit there. That's another question I get a lot, is are you going to visit the Red House? I'll obviously visit eventually. I think even before I joined Red, Dave was asking me to come and visit. So I'll do it sometime. I wouldn't be able to live there anyway because I can't do YouTube full-time right now, so live there? No. I'm going to have to keep doing what I'm doing, but visit, yeah, I'll do it sometime. Who inspired me to start doing YouTube as well as going for clips and Call of Duty content creating? Well, back in the day, there was a lot of people. I started in between COD 2, COD 4. I started playing COD 2, and then I really started making YouTube videos on COD 4 when it came out. And back then, there were certain people like NSL, Zergriz, I think Drifter was a sniper back then, and there were a few people, I, whether their names, and I was like a big fanboy of them, and they all started doing it, and I went out and bought a Dazzle, and I started making montages. My first ever video was it was back in 2008 or something, I think. It was a 1v1 no-scope battle between me and my real-life friend on Kill House on COD 4, and I had to delete the video because all of the comments on the video were saying that my friend was better than me, and that made me mad, so I deleted the video, actually, and yeah, that's, I guess, Zergriz would probably be number 1. Do I ever cut out rages in my video? Yes, a lot. I would never show myself raging. I do it a lot. I get frustrated with COD, but when I get frustrated, I just get off. Do I ever plan on visiting Eric? Eric and I met up with a couple of our other friends, actually, last summer, I think it was. Was it last summer or earlier this year? I don't know. I don't really remember, but I've already met with him. Why do I call random Dave? Because his name is Dave. He lies to everybody, says it's Jordan, it's Dave. Don't believe him. Did you think you were going to get big in YouTube? Like I said, way back in the day, I had a channel. Back then, I had like 2,000 subscribers. Back when I was in Zone. And back then that was a lot. Like I've never really been that small on YouTube because I got started with YouTube when it was growing a whole bunch for Call of Duty, and I just grew a lot off of that because I was really good at trick shotting back in like the start of MW2, the 720 NSL days. I was so consistent on that I got a lot of subscribers off of that. And I guess I've never really been small, but did I ever think I was gonna get big? I mean, right now I'm not huge, but I'm happy with what I have. Like, I didn't think I was gonna get this far. So I'm really happy with it. I like it. and I appreciate all of you guys that watch my videos. I'd rather break an arm or a leg, and why? I broke my arm once when I was a little kid. I actually broke my collarbone, so it was like slinged up for 6 weeks or whatever it was. So I would rather break a leg because I could still get around, I could still do stuff, but I could still use my arms. Not using one of your arms is terrible. I hated it so much. What got me into video games in general? I don't really remember. I know back in the day, my parents had a Super Nintendo, and they always played Dr. Mario on it, and I really liked watching it. I played it with them, and then for one of my birthdays, they got me an N64 and the original James Bond game, and that's pretty much what started it. From there, I got a GameCube a few years later, and I mean, that's where we are now. How did I meet Jinx? This is another question that comes up every time I do a Q&A. Way back in the day, I've said that like 6 times this video, I had a real life friend that I went to school with. We were buds, and he was friends with a couple other people, Cammy J and Tolk, if you guys know them, and they were friends with Eric, and I kind of just met through all of them through the guy that I was friends with, and that's pretty much how I met him. And then I started hanging out with them, and Eric and I were really good friends way back in the day, and I mean, pretty much been friends ever since. What are some games that I like playing that I don't want to upload? I really like playing H1Z1. I play Smash Brothers at kind of a competitive level. I'm not like crazy good, but I'm not bad. You know, I played a lot. Melee, that is. I also play PM. I'm gonna guess not a lot of people know what that is, though. But other than that, you know, I pretty much play whatever comes out. Lately, I've been playing World of Warcraft. As nerdy as that's gonna sound, an expansion just came out, so I've been playing that a little bit. It's pretty fun. But yeah, I mean, Call of Duty is pretty much all I upload. A lot of people are asking what I like about being in Red. Honestly, it's a big opportunity, and plus, all the people there that you can make videos with. I haven't made any videos personally with anybody else yet, except for Random and Bri, because, you know, I was really good friends with them before. But I don't, like, being new to the team, I don't want to, you know, force myself onto everybody else. If somebody else asks me to make a video with them, by all means, I will do it. But right now, I'd say just the opportunities you have with the other people, because, you know, everybody has the same goal in mind. Everybody's doing the same thing. And, you know, it's just cool to be with so many like-minded people. Alright, how did I meet Random? A lot of these how did I meet people questions, but I met Random. Actually, it's really weird. I knew who he was, like, right when he put out, like, his AW response, I knew who he was. And a little bit later down the road, I was checking my YouTube stats thing. I was checking my most recent subscribed people, and I never do that. Like, it was just a random day that I just decided, you know, I'm gonna look and see who subscribed to me recently, and Random was actually one of the people that popped up. So I subscribed to him, I followed him on Twitter, all this stuff, because, you know, he must have liked my stuff, and I liked him, I liked his videos. And one day I saw he was streaming, and I typed in his stream, and he said, you know, we should play sometime, and that's pretty much what happened. Alright, I'm sure that this video has gone on way longer than it should have. Hopefully I had like some kind of a gameplay or something in the background, because I know people like watching my Call of Duty stuff, and it's not just a picture of my face. But yeah, if you guys like this video, want to see more Q&As, you know, let me know. Obviously, I mean, you can only ask a question to me so many times, so frequently, before it's like, alright, I'm doing this too much. So that's why I only do Q&As once every like year. But yeah, if you guys want to see any more videos like this, I want to make another one on the COD 4 Infinite Warfare stuff sometime this week, but I already have a live free-for-all video going up tomorrow, so hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video tomorrow. I'll see you guys tomorrow with that other video. It's pretty crazy, so I would check it out if I were you, but have a great day, everybody.